Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Nick and welcome back to Trek Tales. We're diving into Japan, bullet trains, vending machines, and more. Join me as we explore iconic spots, ancient temples, and buzzing nightlife. And of course, delicious food that'll make your head spin. So buckle up, grab your chopsticks, and get ready for an epic adventure. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell. All right, let's do this thing. First up on our Japanese escapade, we're kicking things off in the heart of Tokyo, at the one and only Tokyo Tower. It's like the Eiffel Tower's cooler, more technologically advanced cousin from the future. 333 meters of pure steel awesomeness, offering mind-blowing views of the city. You can see everything from up there. Mount Fuji? Check. Tiny humans below? Double check. I spent a good hour wandering around the different levels, trying to find my way back down. It's definitely a must-see for any first-time visitor to Japan. The real magic of Tokyo Tower happens as the sun sets. It transforms into a beacon of light, illuminating the city. A kaleidoscope of colors, shifting every few seconds, like a giant disco ball in the sky. Tokyo Tower is a symbol of Japan's resilience and innovation. All right, guys, from the futuristic vibes of Tokyo, we're hitting the brakes and taking a trip back in time to the ancient city of Kyoto. Now, Kyoto is known for a lot of things. Its beautiful gardens, traditional tea ceremonies, and oh yeah, temples. Like a lot of temples. We're talking over 1,600 Buddhist temples and 400 Shinto shrines, each one more impressive than the last. You could spend a lifetime exploring these serene sanctuaries and still only scratch the surface. And trust me, I tried. I spent days wandering through these peaceful havens, admiring the intricate architecture, the Zen gardens, and trying my best not to trip over any monks. Spoiler alert, I may have failed at that last one. But hey, it's all part of the experience, right? And besides, who needs a gym membership when you're climbing up and down temple steps all day? Now I know what you're thinking, Nikhil Temples. That sounds a little intense. And yeah, I get it. But trust me on this one. There's something about the peaceful atmosphere of these ancient places that just forces you to slow down, take a deep breath, and appreciate the moment. Plus, let's be real, the photo ops are next level. I'm talking Instagram gold, people. You haven't lived until you've snapped a selfie with a 500-year-old pagoda in the background. But seriously, beyond the aesthetics, visiting the temples of Kyoto is a truly humbling experience. It makes you realize how small you are in the grand scheme of things, and how much history and culture is packed into every corner of this incredible country. All right, guys, buckle up, because Dotonbori is not for the faint of heart, or stomach for that matter. Imagine a street so packed with food stalls, your senses go into overdrive. It's like Times Square, but instead of flashing billboards, it's giant squid on a stick. And speaking of squid, you gotta try the takoyaki. These little octopus balls are like flavor grenades exploding in your mouth. Don't even get me started on the okonomiyaki, savory pancakes piled high with whatever your heart desires. Seriously, it's like a culinary obstacle course. And the only way to win is to try everything. My advice? Pace yourself, rookie. You're gonna need all the stamina you can muster. This place is a marathon, not a sprint, especially if you're trying to conquer all the ramen shops. Trust me, you'll want to try them all. Dotonbori at night is a whole other beast. If you thought it was wild during the day, wait till the sun goes down. The neon lights are blinding, the crowds are buzzing, and the smells? Forget about it. Everywhere you look, there's something crazy happening. Giant mechanical crabs clicking their claws, fishmongers yelling about their catch of the day, and tourists like me just trying to take it all in. It's like Times Square decided to throw a street party, and everyone's invited. You got your street performers, your musicians, your artists, all adding to the chaos. Honestly, it's a bit overwhelming, even for a seasoned traveler like yours truly. But hey, that's part of the charm, right? Just embrace the madness and let Dotonbori work its magic. Okay, so we're talking Nara Park, home to hundreds of friendly, and I mean really friendly deer. These guys are like the rock stars of Nara, roaming free, chilling in temples, probably judging your fashion choices. But the real fun starts when you buy some deer crackers. Suddenly, you're the most popular person in the park. These deer will swarm you, bow their little deer heads, and politely wait for their snack. Don't be fooled by their manners, though. These deer are pros at getting what they want. They'll nudge you, they'll give you the puppy dog eyes, they might even try to steal your entire bag of crackers. Just a heads up, watch out for the alpha deer. Yeah, you heard that right, alpha deer. They're bigger, they're bolder, and they have zero patience for slow eaters. Now, Nara Park isn't all about the deer, although they definitely steal the show. The park itself is stunning, with ancient temples, serene ponds, and these massive towering trees. It's the perfect place to escape the city buzz and find some inner peace. Just try to ignore the deer nibbling on your backpack. They mean well, I think. Pro tip, wear clothes you don't mind getting a little slobbery. Trust me, those deer have a way of finding your shirt, no matter how careful you think you are. But hey, that's all part of the Nara experience, right? Just embrace the deer chaos, enjoy the peaceful vibes, and maybe pack an extra shirt. All right, we're talking Mount Fuji, the big guy, the legend, the most iconic mountain in all of Japan. You see it on postcards, you see it on t-shirts. You even see it on those little Japanese snacks your grandma loves. Now, climbing Mount Fuji, that's a whole other story. It's a challenge, a journey, a test of your physical and mental limits. But hey, who am I to judge? You do you. Me, I'm all about that scenic route. Give me a cable car, a comfy observation deck, and a steaming cup of green tea, and I'm good. The views are still breathtaking, and my legs don't hate me afterwards. Plus, let's be real, the souvenir shop at the bottom of the mountain is way more fun than any hiking trail. Mini Mount Fuji hats? Check. Mount Fuji keychains? Double check. Mount Fuji back scratcher? Don't mind if I do. Look, I get it. Climbing Mount Fuji is a bucket list item for a lot of people. The sense of accomplishment, the bragging rights, the epic Instagram photos. I respect that. But for those of us who prefer to admire our mountains from a distance, there's no shame in that. There's plenty to see and do around the base of Mount Fuji. You got your hot springs, your lakes, your forests, all with that majestic Mount Fuji backdrop. Plus, you can actually enjoy your meals without feeling like you just ran a marathon. So whether you're a seasoned hiker or a casual observer like myself, Mount Fuji is a must-see. Just remember to pack your camera, your sense of adventure, and maybe an extra pair of socks. You never know when those might come in handy. We're talking Hokkaido, the northernmost island of Japan. It's so cold, it makes a Minnesota winter feel like a day at the beach. I think I saw a polar bear riding a dog sled past my hotel room window. You'll save a fortune on refrigeration. I left my ramen on the balcony overnight, and it was colder than a penguin's backside. Hokkaido isn't just about the cold. It's got raw, natural beauty that'll blow your mind. Snow-capped mountains, crystal-clear lakes, and forests straight out of a fairy tale. It's like stepping into a Bob Ross painting. Trust me, it's worth braving the cold for this winter wonderland. Now let's talk food, because you know I'm all about that foodie life. Hokkaido is a seafood lover's paradise. The freshest sushi you'll ever have, king crab legs the size of my arm. I'm not kidding, I actually measured. And the best part? You can work off all that delicious food with some epic snow angel action. I'm talking full-body snow angels, guys. The kind that would make your inner child proud. Just make sure you wear waterproof pants. Trust me on that one. Speaking of waterproof pants, you'll want to pack some serious winter gear for Hokkaido. Think layers, people, layers. And don't forget the accessories. Hats, gloves, scarves, the works. But hey, at least you'll be warm and toasty while exploring all the amazing things Hokkaido has to offer. From its natural wonders to its incredible food scene, this place is a must-visit for any traveler looking for an adventure off the beaten path. Okay guys, buckle up because we're about to enter a world of orange. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump's spray tan. I'm talking about Fushimi Inari Shrine in Kyoto, famous for its thousands of bright orange torii gates. It's like walking through an endless tunnel of orange awesome. Now here's the thing, there are a lot of stairs, but trust me, the view from the top is worth every single step. Now, aside from the gates, Fushimi Inari is known for its foxes, messengers of the gods. These foxes are way cooler. You'll see fox statues everywhere, some with little bibs. Try your hand at omikuji, fortune-telling paper strips. Be warned, the fortunes can be brutally honest. All right, party people, get ready to experience the electric energy of Tokyo's Shinjuku district. This place is like Times Square on steroids, with giant video screens, flashing neon lights, and more people than a subway car during rush hour. But hey, that's all part of the charm, right? Shinjuku is a sensory overload in the best possible way, a place where you can eat, drink, shop, and be entertained until the wee hours of the morning. One of the coolest things about Shinjuku is its sheer variety. You've got everything from traditional Japanese pubs to trendy rooftop bars to themed restaurants that are so out there, you'll wonder if you accidentally stepped into another dimension. Speaking of themed restaurants, you can't go to Shinjuku without checking out the Robot Restaurant. It's a full-on sensory assault, with giant robots, lasers, pyrotechnics, and dancers in crazy costumes. It's like a fever dream on steroids, and it's absolutely bonkers in the best possible way. Now, no trip to Shinjuku would be complete without a night of karaoke. And I'm not talking about your average karaoke bar. In Shinjuku, they take their karaoke seriously. We're talking private rooms, costumes, props, the works. It's the perfect place to let loose, belt out your favorite tunes, and maybe even embarrass yourself in front of your friends. And after you've had your fill of karaoke, head over to Golden Guy, a network of tiny alleyways packed with hundreds of bars and eateries. It's a bit like stepping back in time with a gritty bohemian vibe that's totally unique. Just be warned, some of the bars in Golden Guy are so small you can barely fit 5 people inside. But that's all part of the fun, right? It's a chance to rub elbows with locals, experience authentic Tokyo nightlife, and maybe even make a few new friends along the way. Akihabara, Electric Town. It's like Times Square had a baby with a Best Buy. Bam, giant anime eyes staring at you. Bam, J-pop blasting out of every store. Bam, robots doing the robot dance. And the gadgets? Phones thinner than a credit card, TVs bigger than my apartment, headphones that probably double as a personal spaceship. If they don't have it in Akihabara, it probably doesn't exist. Now, I'll admit, I don't speak a lick of Japanese beyond arigato and konnichiwa. But you know what? In Akihabara, it doesn't even matter. It's like the universal language is ooh, shiny gadget. I'm pretty sure I spent a solid 10 minutes just nodding along to a sales pitch in Japanese, pretending like I understood every word. I have no idea what I bought, but hey, at least it lights up. Speaking of lighting up, you gotta check out Akihabara at night. It's like the whole district puts on a light show just for you. Neon signs everywhere, people dressed up as anime characters, arcades blasting 8-bit soundtracks. It's a whole vibe. So yeah, Akihabara, definitely add it to your list. Just maybe pack an extra SD card for your camera and a map, unless you're into the whole getting blissfully lost in a tech wonderland thing. Hiroshima. It's a place that needs no introduction, you know? A city forever linked to one of the most defining moments in human history. And standing here in the Peace Memorial Park, you can't escape the weight of it. The skeletal remains of the Genbaku Dome frozen in time, a stark reminder of the destructive power we possess. You see the photos, you hear the stories, but being here, it hits different. You see the names etched in the memorial, thousands upon thousands of lives lost in an instant. It makes you think about the fragility of peace, the importance of understanding, of learning from the past so we don't repeat it. But amidst the sorrow, there's a sense of resilience. The city has risen from the ashes, a testament to the human spirit, our ability to rebuild, to hope, to choose a different path. Walking through the Peace Memorial Museum, it's tough, man. Really tough. Seeing the personal belongings, the melted toys, the shadows burned onto walls, it stays with you. But you know what else stays with you? The stories of survival, of hope, the countless paper cranes folded with wishes for peace. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, humanity finds a way to shine through. And that's what Hiroshima represents to me now, a beacon of peace, a call for a world without nuclear weapons, a reminder that we have a responsibility to build a better future. It's a heavy experience visiting Hiroshima, but an important one. It's a place that forces you to confront the realities of war, the importance of peace, and the power of the human spirit to overcome even the most unimaginable hardships. Okay, let's be real, you can't go to Japan and not hit the beach, right? And Okinawa? Oh man, Okinawa is where it's at. Crystal clear turquoise waters, white sand beaches that stretch for days, palm trees swaying in the breeze. It's like stepping onto a postcard. Forget Tokyo Drift, this is where you want to drift away. On a giant inflatable unicorn with a coconut in hand, obviously. We're talking the kind of beaches that make you want to ditch your phone, forget about your worries, and just soak it all in. The only thing you have to worry about here is getting the perfect tan lines and figuring out how many scoops of ice cream you can eat in one sitting. Pro tip: pack extra sunscreen. And by extra, I mean enough to build a sandcastle out of it. This sun doesn't mess around. Now, Okinawa isn't just about beaches, although, let's be honest, the beaches alone are worth the trip. But this island has got it all. Snorkeling, diving, surfing, you name it. I even tried stand-up paddleboarding. Emphasis on tried. Let's just say I ended up doing more swimming with the fishes than standing above them. But hey, that's part of the adventure, right? And when in Okinawa, you gotta embrace the island life. That means trying all the fresh seafood, exploring hidden coves, and maybe even learning a few words of the local dialect. Or, you could just perfect your sandcastle building skills. No judgment here. Okinawa is all about that chill, laid-back vibe. It's the perfect place to recharge, reconnect with nature, and maybe even reconnect with your inner beach bum. All right, guys, picture this. It's freezing, your breath looks like smoke signals, and you're surrounded by giant, awesome sculptures. They're made of ice and snow. That's the Sapporo Snow Festival for you. Massive, intricate, jaw-dropping works of art. It's like stepping into a winter wonderland on steroids. And the food? Off the chain. Piping hot bowls of ramen, steaming plates of yakitori. Now, let me tell you something. I'm from New York, right? We know a thing or two about winter, but Sapporo takes it to a whole new level. We're talking sub-zero temperatures, enough snow to bury a small country, and enough ice to make your teeth chatter like a tap-dancing penguin. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? Bundle up in your warmest gear, grab yourself a steaming cup of hot chocolate, or maybe something a little stronger, and embrace the chill. Plus, think of it this way. The colder it gets, the less crowded it is. That means more snow sculptures for you. It's like having the whole winter wonderland to yourself. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, book your tickets, and get ready for an unforgettable adventure at the Sapporo Snow Festival. Just don't forget your long johns. You'll thank me later. Welcome to the Edo Period. We're in Kanazawa, a city that's like stepping into a time machine. Seriously, this place is straight out of the Edo Period. Kanazawa is famous for its well-preserved samurai districts and geisha houses. Imagine walking down narrow streets feeling like you've been transported back in time. There's a lot of history to appreciate here. It's like time slows down in Kanazawa, giving you a chance to breathe. One of the highlights of Kanazawa is the Kenrokuin Garden, considered one of Japan's most beautiful gardens. This garden is like a work of art, with manicured trees, koi-filled ponds, and fairy tale bridges. Walking through it is a tranquil experience. Kanazawa is full of hidden gardens and parks, each with unique charm. So explore these urban oases and find your zen. All right, folks, we're leaving the peaceful vibes of Kanazawa behind and heading to Nagoya, a city that's a bit more intense. Imagine a concrete jungle with towering skyscrapers and neon lights. But don't let the urban sprawl fool you. Nagoya's got history too. This castle has seen its fair share of drama. Plus, the view from the top is pretty epic. Oh, and speaking of the view, let's talk about the pigeons. These guys are fearless. I'm talking Hitchcock-level scary. Now, Nagoya might not be as traditionally charming, but it's got its own unique vibe. It's a city that's constantly evolving, pushing the boundaries of technology. Check out the Toyota Commemorative Museum of Industry and Technology. It's a playground for anyone fascinated by robots and the future. Nagoya also has a thriving food scene, with ramen shops that'll rock your world. Nothing beats a steaming bowl of ramen after a long day. And for nightlife, Nagoya's got you covered. And that's a wrap on our epic Japan adventure. From the tranquil temples of Kyoto to the neon-lit streets of Tokyo, we've covered a lot of ground. We've climbed, explored ancient castles. In our wait in sushi, we've gotten lost in translation, made new friends, and created memories that will last a lifetime.